They say we're lost in the desert. We don't know what we're doing. We're just out here wandering in the desert. We need to join them out there in the Philippines. Damn, I'm lost, man. Which part would I want to take to get back to my ride? Oh, hell, I thought we were lost, man. I thought I didn't know what the hell I was doing out here in America, you know? Where's the car? I got some folks joining me now as I'm leaving. I was the only one out here, but there's a lot of people coming in now. It's early in the morning. The weather is good. I'm not lost. We're not lost, man. We know what we're doing out here in America. Shit. Hey, how you guys doing? Smoothly here. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. I know I'm having a good day. It is another blessed day. I can't really complain. I'm out here doing what I love to do. Out here in the desert, getting my morning hike on. Of course, I'm gonna turn the camera around because I don't think you guys really want to see my big head, man. Let me show you guys the beauty of the desert and why I enjoy coming out here, walking in the desert. And I'll talk about what I want to talk about as I'm showing you guys where I am out here in the desert. All right. This is part of the Red Rock Canyon area. I just came from on top of that hill there just now. It is a good hike, man. It really is a good hike. You get a good workout, you know. I'm not really into the gym. I just like to come out here and walk, man. You know, just walk for miles and miles in the desert, enjoying the beauty out here. But listen, I want to touch on this subject here because I heard a YouTuber. Let me get back down to my car, man. You see, we're not lost out here in the desert wandering around. We're really not lost. You know, we know what we're doing, us guys who choose to live in the country of our choice. You know, there are some people who believe because the guys them who live in America, Canada, England, Australia, New Zealand, Jamaica, Africa, or wherever you're from, you choose to stay in your country and not really join them out there in the Philippines, they think that we're lost. But we're really not lost. You know what some of those guys really sound like to us? They sound like to us when you walk into a store and you see something you want, but you know these store clerks, they're working on commission. So they're going to try to guide you to the higher price item. But we don't want that. We don't really want the higher price item. We just want what we want. We want to spend a little bit of money that we want and get the item we want. But then when you don't really go along with what the clerk is trying to get you to buy, you know, they become very unhappy. Then all of a sudden now they don't really want to serve you the way that you should be served because you're not going along with their program. That's what it's really sound like with a lot of these guys who are talking bad about guys like us who choose to live in America and all those other countries that I first mentioned there. But you know, we do that because this is where we feel more comfortable. You know, we are happy where we're living. You know, I know there's a lot of guys out there and I get it. I understand it. This video is just talking to the fellas them who can agree to disagree. I know there's a lot of guys out there who really didn't prepare themselves, you know, as they were young men, working, preparing for a good retirement. A lot of them, their retirement budget is very limited. And to live in those countries that I mentioned, it is kind of tough for them to be there. I get it. So I do understand the reason why they want to pack up and go to a third world or a developing nation, whichever one you want to call it, and live their life. I understand. And then again, you have some other men who just cannot find themselves a woman to be with in their own home country. Either they're not really going out there doing the work to find a woman in their own home country, or they just don't have any interest to feel that it's a lot more easier to go overseas to one of these poorer developing nations to get them a woman at ease. You know? These women come very easy for them. So they don't really want to put in the work here. I get it. I understand it. And I respect it. But then there's a whole slew of us. A lot of us. More men who are living in these countries who don't want to go to those developing nations for whatever reason, because the lifestyle that they think they're going to be living there, they're not going to be comfortable with it, and they're not going to be happy with living in those nations. And I understand it. I get it. You know, a lot of us, like I said, we set ourselves up. Not everybody has a good retirement income of over $5,000 or more in retirement income before Social Security kicked in. Not a lot of us are that fortunate. So I do understand. I do understand why guys need to do what they need to do in order to make their lives happier. But the problem is when they try to sell you so hard. They try to sell you so hard on the reason why you should leave your country to go on over there to join them in those nations that they live in. But then when you talk them down and say, well, you know something? I don't think I can really give up the quick convenience that I have in my country here. I don't think I can give up not having constant internet, constant water, constant power. You know, I want to know that if I walk into a store, I'm not going to be waiting there forever to get something done. I want to know if I go into a bank, I can just go on up and do what I need to do, either online or at the ATM machine, or it's a quick service, you know, with the teller. I don't want to have to wait and deal with a lot of these headache and these unnecessary things that I don't have to deal with here in my own home country. You know, some of us love the infrastructure that we have in our own home country. We love it. And we don't want to give it up. We don't want to really walk away from it. You know? So, I just don't get it why some of these guys, you know, they sell it so hard to us that we're fools to not want to leave the so-called matrix that we're in and go join them over there where they are. But, you know, my thing is, when you watch a lot of these guys, man, they always tell you the good stuff. Most of the time, 99% of the time, they're only going to tell you the good stuff. Maybe 1% of the time, they're going to throw something bad in there. You know, just to kind of like seem like they're balanced. But most of the time, 99% of the time, it's all positive. But they're not going to tell you about the negative. You know, there's some YouTubers that I support out there in the Philippines. You know, I heard a guy said the other day on his YouTube channel about the reason why he left the city that he was living in. I mean, he talks about the crime so bad. He talks about one particular area where you have a lot of dope heads that he goes to. But, you know, how many of us is going to be retired and want to go into a dope head neighborhood? Hell, man, I can't tell you when last I've drove in a hood. I can't tell you when last I've been in the hood. Seriously. So if you choose to want to drive into those areas to use that as an excuse for you to say that's the reason why you're leaving America to go over to the Philippines, that's kind of weak. Because that's not where you're living. You know, some of these guys would tell you, you know, when they look at a lot of the Filipinos, even though these people are living in the horrible conditions that they are living in, you know, they all have a smile on their face. They're very happy and they're everything. It's like nothing really bothers them. Yo, if you truly believe that, then something is wrong with you, man. Yo, anybody who's living in any kind of poverty anywhere around the world, they're gonna go through some stuff. Poverty is a bitch, man. It is a bitch. They're going to be showing you a nice smile because guess what? You're a foreigner, but the people that they're living around who are living just the same like them, they're going through some hard shit and they're showing it. They are showing it. You know, after I watched that video, I turned to my mother-in-law and I asked her, she's not a camera person. And I asked her, I say, hey, why is it that I always hear these foreigners talk about when Filipinos who are living in poverty and living in the horrible condition that they are living in? You know, foreigners always say these people seem so happy. They're content with what they have. You know what she said to me? She said they don't know what they're talking about. They're only seeing the good side of what that person wants them to see. They don't want to expose to you the foreigner how horrible things really are for them. So again, when these guys say the things that they're saying, they're speaking from a foreigner's perspective. Find you a true Filipino who's really going to tell you the truth about what's really happening in their country. And they'll tell you, an honest one. They'll definitely tell you. But don't think because these people have a smile on their face living in the horrible conditions that they're all living in, that they're not going through some bad shit. Because I can tell you, man, I came from that same type of poverty. I know what it was like to live in that same type of situation that a lot of those people over there living in. You know, I was there. I came from that. And it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice. In my village, you know, even though we all get together, we pull together, we help each other, it was a lot of heartaches, it was a lot of headaches, a lot of arguments, a lot of fussing, not enough food, not enough stuff to go around. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, if you as a foreigner come into the village, we're going to turn around and give you a great smile because we don't want you to know what we're feeling deep down inside. But don't say these people are not really suffering. They're content with the situations that they're living in because it is not true. So again, you know, I'm saying my point of view from the land of the United States and all the other fellas them who agree with me that we don't really have to go overseas to live a nice, decent life. We don't have to leave the country that we're living in to live a nice, decent life because a lot of us, like I said, you know, we set ourselves up that we don't have to worry about certain things. You know, we're content here. We're happy here. Not a lot of us want to go overseas and find a woman. Not a lot of us want to go to a third world country for a cheaper type living and deal with the inconvenience of a lot of things that a lot of you guys don't really want to talk about. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I'm speaking for the fellas them who are happy where they are and don't care to go over there where these other guys want you to come and join them. Because, you know, they get unhappy. They say we're in the desert, man. They say we're lost. They say we don't know where we're going. You know, we're just wandering in the desert. But not really true, man. We know how to get down to where we need to go. we know how to do what we need to do. We're very happy and we're very content, man. So I don't know what the hell to tell those fellas, man. But I get it. I understand it, man. You got to do what you got to do in order to boost your income. You know, boost your little retirement supplement. I get it. I'm not going to knock you. I respect you for that, but just don't get mad at us, you know, because we are counteracting your narrative. That's what we're doing. But anyway, you guys always know what it is with me, man. Yep. This is what I do every day, man. What I do every day. And it's really nice out here. It's really beautiful out here. Early in the morning, the weather is not too hot. It is just perfect. I'm living my dream, man. Living my dream. Let me see if I can go on the top of the hill and show you guys, you know, how further I got to go. Oh, you know, when I pulled up, there was just one other car down there. As you guys can see, the white car is mine. So I still got a little ways to go down there, but this is good workout, man. Got to maintain the body, got to stay healthy. Hell, man, I'm going to be 60 years old in December, man. I want to maintain my health. I always love them homes over there, man. Those people are so happy and so content with all that space around them. But it seems so far out here, but it's not really that far. It takes a few minutes just to get into, you know, Summerlin, the shopping area, do what they got to do and come on back out here to their beautiful peace and quiet, man. Like I say, you know, a lot of us, we're content with what we have, man. We don't need to go someplace else to try to find happiness. We have our happiness right here. But anyway, you guys always know what it is with me, man. Listen, man, it is always peace and love, man. Peace and love. I think I'll do this more often. Come out here in the desert, walk and talk, bring my GoPro with me and have a conversation with you fellas. But as always, Peace and love, man. Thank you guys for coming back, watching my videos. Truly appreciate you guys. And if you all haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe, you know. Might motivate me a little bit more to do, you know, more videos more often. I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers. You think I would be jumping around and be happy about that? I am happy about it, but, you know, like I say, whoever know you can do YouTube part-time and still, you know, almost get to 10,000 subscribers. It's a good deal, man. But anyway, let me take the last leg, get on down to my car, head on back home, take a shower, check on what's going on down in Florida. Praying for them folks down there. Peace on out, man. Peace on out.